You got to be flippin' kidding me. Thank you, Edward, for the text message, because I'm scrolled all the way up at the top and there's no sound. The audio is off. I absolutely love it. I gave away all the free plays for today. If you guys couldn't hear me, so sad, too flippin' bad. If you missed it and you couldn't read my lips, then you missed all the free plays. Also gave out Game of the Year as included in the no audio version. Edward, good morning. Jay Hugh, Manuel, Henry Warden, Thomas, Joe Young, 17 Clipper, Bob Smith, Jeff D in the house, Rory, Shane Russell, Jalen, my brother, what's going on? Jay Hugh, Pat, my brother, what's going on? Dennis, Joe. If I missed you, I do apologize. I promise it's nothing personal. Big ass Redwoods in the house. Joe Young. Christy. Thomas Strickland, good morning. Bob Smith. Ross Pitts. Kirk, good morning. Justice. Tommy. Nathan, good morning. I promise you there will be no clues on very many of the games, at least according to what we break down in the live chat today. It is a big day. It is Game of the Year day for our college football Game of the Year for the company. Jeremiah, good morning. Justice, yeah, there's definitely a lot of hate. A lot of hate out there. That is for sure. That is for sure. I know I'm way behind on the comments. I'm slowly working my way down to the bottom. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Oh, see, I turned on the audio. I can hear myself. So I know we're good to go. Jay Hughes says, I wish my book would let me bet more on Game of the Year. That's very simple, brother. Go take some of that extra money you want to open, go to Bet Online and hammer the snot out of it. Brad in Australia, good morning. By the way, badass little truck that you got there, that Toyota is absolutely awesome. Manuel, good morning. Marty Hart, good morning. Tebow Time, good morning. Nevrez, good morning. Leroy Floyd, good morning. You purchased the Game of the Year, fantastic. Fantastic. Or you purchased my Game of the Week. My guaranteed Game of the Week is tomorrow. But there, our huge spin-off, one-off, whatever you want to call it, our monster play, our college football Game of the Year is today. That is for sure. They don't get bigger than this. Nathan, I appreciate that comment. Jeremiah wants to know what's up with the thumbs down. We're not even started yet. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Thumbs up, thumbs down. The douchebags don't realize that they're helping us. Sippy, where's the stream? The stream is here. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Go Southern Miss, baby. Go Southern Miss. All for Sippy's sports show, who likes to sip on that gin and juice and talk about his Southern Miss boys and girls. Who else did I miss? Yo Schmig in the house. Justice says, when the great one arrives from behind the curtain, it will start. Duh. You guys are cracking me up. Bill Tannick says, who's everyone's choice tonight in the MAC action? Please tell me. Yeah, everybody, please tell them. Joe D in the house. Joseph Browning, good morning. Jehan Forte, you need a good over for tonight's game. Well, then you might want to stick around. Neverez KC, good morning. I know I already got you, but I got you twice. Better twice than forget, right? Who else? Lorenzo. We're slowly getting to the bottom. We're slowly. Kirk, I think I already got you, but it's okay. We'll get you twice. Anthony, good morning. Rich Omatic, good morning. Duke in the house, good morning. Christy Thornton to Cooler is debating if they should throw $100 on Georgia. I think you should not. All right? I think you should not. Don't bet any of our plays. Katie Lee, good morning. Justice says, so I know, Kyle, you personally bet users bet the under in the first half. Buffalo was money. Didn't bet the under on anything. I did not have an under. I don't bet the under in the max. I'll stay away from one. Let's see who else is here. Cleveland Bailey in the house this morning. We're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. Holy shit. A lot of people here this morning that are participating in the live chat. Joe McDonald. Michael, good morning. 2011, you know too, good morning. Look at, I'm finally up to all the muted comments. Ha! Just think you guys could have got the game of the year. Focus Sports, good morning. I need to do a whole show with no audio. Seth, good morning. Seth says he can read lips. It says, welcome back, everyone. You're all getting air fryers for Christmas. Hey, this ain't the Oprah show, all right? This ain't the Oprah show. You're all not getting a car. Maybe an air fryer. Duke says, think he said parlay the overs. No, it was 2 overs and an under. And then you had to throw in the side on Georgia as well as Belgium. Alex, good morning. Made to collect, good morning. Dr. Franco, that play that you put out this morning, minus 145, fantastic. Trevor says about to win my life savings back on Cincy. I'm going to have me another Big Mac tonight. Roman, good morning. Bob Smith, Diamond Cut 7, good morning. Made to collect. If you open up a Bet Online account, you can bet on anything that they offer. It doesn't matter where you're located. But if you want 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of personal plays for opening up your account, make sure you go to our website first. Go to our website. Make sure you click on the link from our website and enter that promo code. And you'll get 2 days of premium plays or my personal plays free if you follow those instructions. I did not have the spread on the Bowling Green Buffalo game. I stayed away from that one. We had it in a teaser. Marty, I saw your email. Thank you. I think I replied to it. I know I replied to a lot of emails between last night and this morning. Eduardo, good morning. Says thank you for the free plays on yesterday's college football game. You're very welcome. 2-0 on free plays yesterday. 2-0. T-Step says, how the F are there 4 thumbs down? Hit the thumbs up, people. You know, very simple. There's, always going to be hate. Always going to be hate. Robbie, good morning. I'm almost to the bottom, I think. Daniel, good morning. Eduardo, good morning. Says he loves air fryers. Joseph says Buffalo cost me a parlay last night. That's too bad. Sorry to hear. Tyler, good morning. Tyler says, morning, Kyle. Is anyone on your team able to assist with general questions about your sponsor, Bet Online? Probably would be best to ask me. You can either ask in the live chat or feel free to send me an email because the actual live show, the Cappers Nation brand, that's mine, not the company's. So the actual live show is all, my doing, and all the deals with Bet Online were negotiated and handled by me. So yeah, feel free to either, you can, if it's a private question, you can either DM me on Twitter at CapNationKyle or send me an email, kyle@cappersdirect.com. I'll be able to help you out any way that I can. If you ever have an issue with them or whatever, I usually have a pretty good direct contact link. Let's see, Trey's in the house. William Montevan in the house as well. It's always proof why you should bet all the plays. Mark S., good morning. Mark S. wants some Belgian waffles this morning. Can we air fry it? Rory says, no, you get a boat and you get a boat, etc., etc., etc. This is the boat show, baby. I've got a few. I've got a few myself. How about a Cappers Nation pinky ring? Eduardo, which one is the best? I have the Ninja. I like it. I haven't used some of the other ones. I will be honest, the one that Alex Marquez has, the picture that he sent me, definitely looks easier to clean than the one that I have. Seth says, Kyle went 5-1 yesterday. How can I make money with one loss? Sarcasm, obviously. What a day. It's always a good day. Yesterday was a good day. Yesterday was a good day. Give me 1 second. How many times will I have to, here's the question. How many times will I have to, 1, email and reply? Make sure when you're using our site, you turn your phone sideways, scroll down, look for your username, and hit that little box that's got 4 little windows in it, and then scroll down. The question is, how many times will I have to announce that today? Either on the live show, by text message, or through the live chat. Click on the guaranteed tab. There we go. It's funny, if I wouldn't have seen Edward's text that said no sound, I would have been reading down the list for 20 minutes before I got to you guys. BetOnline does not have low deposit limits by credit card. Deposit by Bitcoin. Go purchase Bitcoin and deposit by Bitcoin. You can deposit as much as you want. Big Ass Redwoods, I believe it's just an app. They have a poker app, or just a website. They have a poker app. You know, Alex points out a very good thing. Says, damn, we have 4 haters here already. How nice of them to get up early and take the time to join the show just to hit the thumbs down button. We absolutely love it. We absolutely love it. And you know, again, what people don't realize is that when they actually hit the thumbs down button, it helps us. It actually helps us. You know what I mean? Jay Hugh, are we ever thinking about selling one-day premiums? We have in the past on very rare occasions, but no. You know, it's probably one of the number one asked questions, why we don't. And we promote long-term success. Anybody could have a winning day or a losing day. But we definitely promote long-term driven results, and selling one-day packages definitely doesn't promote, you know, long-term success. AD Bread Boss says, first time on the show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Nathan wants to see the clown video. Alex, exactly. They're just here for the free plays. I had no idea, Thomas, on that question. No idea, brother. I'll try and find out, though. Focus Sports says I need to stop letting the haters know that it helps them, let them promote you. I know. But it's funny to make them act a fool for no reason. So, somebody wants to see the clown video, so here you go. All right, got to have a little fun in the morning. American Place, what is the game of the year? Well, it's one of our biggest college football games of the year, but if you want to know what it is, sir or ma'am, you will have to go and purchase it. It's only $50. It's only $50. That's it. Lucky says Lucky 2001 says, man, game of the year is going to be on fire. Yes, it will be. T-Step, thank you for jumping on board as well. King Parlay, how many free play games you got going for today? I don't know. Devin, who's the clown? Nobody in particular. Nobody in particular. Just in general. When they made it and they showed it to me, I about died. There's a little inside joke for some of the old timers around here. Justice, I might be able to request that. Joe Young, Kyle, need to see that ticket for Georgia, brother. Why is that? You don't believe me? Are you questioning my integrity? American Police, is it over or under? I don't do those. I only like sides. Well, what I will tell you is I don't care what you like, and I won't talk about the game of the year. It could be a side. It could be a total. I'm not going to tell you. And to be honest, I don't care what somebody likes or doesn't like betting. I don't base what I'm betting based around that. I know, Joe Young, this is the second time you posted, Kyle, I need to see that Georgia ticket. So I'm asking you, do you want to see it just because you're questioning my integrity, or you don't believe that I actually bet it? Mr. Watson, thank you for jumping on board. The game of the year, actually, I just saw that come through. Stuart Hall, I'm hooked on your channel now. Thank you. If you guys are new to our channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of fun here. The barbershop talk. We went live. Can you guys believe we went live for 4 flipping hours yesterday? 3 hours and 50 minutes, which was about 3 hours and 25 minutes of actual live time. Jesus, Jiminy Crickets. Hawkeye Hustler, cheers. I don't have a beer in my hand yet, but I will a little bit later. Jarvis says, we know you bet it. I'm just curious. You guys know me. I don't ever have a problem showing a ticket. Nor do I have a problem showing this. I'm just curious his motives behind it. Definitely curious his motives behind the question. Justice says, I'll say it, Kyle. I think he thinks you didn't bet it. It's where I'm leaning towards, too. I imagine now that you posted that, Justice, that we'll see a different comment, though. Mark S. says, regardless if he bets it or not, winners are winners. It's nice that they bet the games, but hell, if my bankroll is increasing, I could care less. Simon says Toledo minus 3.5 first half and Western Michigan team total over 15.5 first half. Sly says, I know we didn't get to the free play until 3 hours in. Right? Right? Yo Smig says he wants to use you as a security blanket. Brian says, I've seen Kyle bet cash live so many times in the live casino. I know, for thousands of dollars. Devin Jackson says, I just hope he apologizes when he sees you actually bet the game. Edward says, Kyle's posted live videos at the windows and all over the net. Absolutely. Yes, Joe. Belgium plays Denmark. Belgium plays Denmark. You know what's funny is... Hold on one second. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Your bankroll's $2,000. How much should you put on the game of the year if you end up buying it? Well, that's up to you. That's up to you. I can't make up that decision for you. I don't know your life story, how much you make, what you've got to reload if you lose, or what you don't have. Is that your rent money? Is that the money to pay your bail? You know, I don't know. But yeah, it's funny. What happened is when I was writing down my notes for what I was listing for, for the free play in the daily free play video, the games were actually separated by one slot. So I looked up and they had the exact same odds yesterday, minus 165. So I looked up, obviously the play's on Belgium, so I wrote down Belgium first. And I know they're playing Denmark, but I looked down and I remember I took a phone call at the exact same time. And so I got done with a phone call, and while I was on the phone, at the very ending, I started writing down Estonia. And so while I was filming, and as soon as I got done with it, I was like, Belgium, Estonia. It had already gone on YouTube. And when I put it on, once it was already on YouTube, I was like, if I pull it, we won't get the notifications going out and all of that stuff. Lou Flacco, how do you purchase it? You go to our website, cappersdirect.com, click on the Guaranteed tab at the top of the page, or click on the link that I just posted in the live chat. Mike S., parlaying prop bets. You generally can on the day of the event. For college, I don't know. For football, you can, because I've done them. I actually gave away a prop parlay the other day. But again, where's the guy who was asking to see my ticket? That's what I want to know about. Where did he go? I asked him his intentions, and all of a sudden he's gone. Taco Bell breakfast tastes extra good after a night of winning bets. Raymond, did I bet Belgium or Georgia today? I actually have a bet on both. The Georgia one is a tad bit smaller. It was just more of a lean, as I posted in the comment section of the video after, and it's the one that's pinned in the comment section. Yeah, Brandon, the correct play is Belgium, as I put in the comment section. If you guys read the comments, you'll see it's pinned right there. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, I post a free play video. Usually in the evening time every day. Late evenings usually. Sly says he's going to screenshot it and sell it, right? You know, I will tell you this much. I did find some jerk off. It was actually, I gotta tell you guys, we have some of the best clients out there. And not just clients, viewers, friends, family, supporters. Because when you guys see something that's, you know, not correct, you guys always let me know. And it was not long ago, we caught somebody on Instagram pretending to be us, selling our plays, which they weren't even our plays. There's been other websites that act like they have us and they put our logo on there or our name on there and say that they have our plays. There's one thing that's for sure. There's only one way to get our plays. Actually, there's two. One off of our website or two from me. Other than that, there's no other ways. There's no other websites. There's no other services. They're not giving out on Twitter. They're not giving out on Instagram. To get our official plays, they come from us. And if you want to pay by Bitcoin, Cash App, Venmo, and it's not given to you directly from either me personally or the cd@cappersdirect.com email address, then it didn't come from us. So I got to tell you, you guys alert us about a lot of stuff. A lot. And I'm very grateful and thankful of all of that. So Joe Young finally says, just wanted to see if you took it because you say you take every bet you put out. So you did want to question my integrity. You did want to question my integrity. Interesting. But yes, I did bet it. I did. Don't worry, I got the screenshot loading for you too. Because people that question my integrity, I love proving them wrong. I usually give them the boot afterwards because people that question my integrity are generally, ones that generally don't have good intentions anyways. Not to say that you don't. But I got to tell you, if I was to judge you based on questioning another man's integrity that proves it on a day in and day out basis, I'd have to say you probably have bad intentions. And if Scott, my brother, if you're listening, this would be a perfect time for a soundboard. And let me tell you, we will have one where I could just click the button and you'd hear the toilet bowl flush. So there you go. Read 'em and weep. Eat your heart out. Small little $500 play. And then when I'm done, you can kiss my ass. Justice says he is just young and doesn't know you, so you must forgive him. Nah, forgive and forget. Not always. Not always. He's probably new. He's probably new. And we'll give him a free pass. He's not getting the boot. But I am pointing out, when you want to question my integrity, I will call you out. But don't worry, Joe's not getting the boot. I'll leave it up there for about 10 more seconds while I pick my nose because we've got a lot of winners today. All right? But absolutely, 17 Clipper, I show tickets on a daily basis. Joe Young, my brother, this one's for you. And you got the free pass. And just remember, if we don't pick on you, probably means we don't like you. Probably means we don't like you if we don't pick on you. So the fact that I even acknowledged you, that's a good thing. And I'm smiling. No hate, brother. No hate. But again, don't fucking question my integrity. You want to see a ticket? Just ask. No problem asked. No problem. I'll be happy to show you. Be happy to show you. Big Ant says, you lucky you got what you want, never ask again. Nah, you can ask again. T-Step, absolutely awesome. Use the code, send in, go to the website, send me the email at kyle@cappersdirect.com, and let me know if you want premium plays, my personal plays. We'll get you 2 days of those as well. But Joe, you're good, brother. He's all good. Amara says, good morning, Kyle. Screw the haters to the Big Mac King. LOL. Great call yesterday on Bowling Green team total. Very welcome. Joe says, you're not Jesus and you don't have Alzheimer's. No forgive and forget. Right? You know, I used to live by the forgive and forget rule, but then they just came back and they burned me twice. So it's live and learn is the motto. Joe says, please play the clown video, please. We can play it again. What's the best sports book, Joe McDonald? Just depends. Depends on what your liking is. It's like asking a man, where's the best place to get a steak? One might say Morton's, one might say My Own Barbecue, or one might say Ruth Chris. Chino says these guys have been jacked around by so many others so-called betting sites that they don't trust anybody. 100% agree. That's why I have no problem. Focus says he's probably new. Let's be honest, there's a lot of fakes in the business. He's probably been burned by the posers. Kyle, forgive the man. I do forgive. He's all good. Hang around, Joe, and learn to trust Kyle, he says. Agreed. Agreed. I agree. Jay Hughes says, Kyle, I'll show it tomorrow. Nah, I'll show it right here. Golden Boy says, you want to buy it? Go ahead, right to the website. Scott, I will have a soundboard, I promise you. I'm not that tech savvy, but when I figure it out, I will get one. And I'm going to make my own sound file, and it's going to say, that fucker's slowing down. And we will play it, probably every day. Focus, I agree. I agree. There's a lot of scumbags in this industry. A lot of scumbags. Justice says, quote of the day, don't ever fucking question my integrity. Right? Jesse T, you're very welcome. Marty, sorry to hear you've been taken advantage of by other services. Thomas says, can't wait to wake up and be up 50 units on the game of the year. Absolutely. You could always question me. Jesse, game of the year, college football game of the year from the company is $50. Justice says, I forgive. I don't need it eating at me, but never forget. Exactly. Thank you, Lou. Glad to have you on board. Do I have a bet on Belgium? I do. Small one. Small one, Matt. Just a small one. Nathan says Monte Carlo Steakhouse, the bomb. Zips hung in long enough. Long enough. Second half is where it was at. Oop, where'd my live chat go? Reading through some of these. You guys are commenting way too much, which is good. Rich says, no more clowns. I'm going to have nightmares. slide. It's the bold spot. All right? It's the bold spot everywhere. Got to show that off and make sure we have a good day today. Randy, see in the house my adopted stepson. Golden Boy, which package? You click on the Guaranteed tab, and then you buy the one that says Capper's Direct College Football Game of the Year. Joe Cuzup says, Joe Young, go ask to see tickets on the other chat shows. You can call them out. They won't show you anything, let alone answer you, and then they'll block you. Joe Free says, hey, Kyle, I love how you expose those asshole comments of the night on Twitter. Yeah, it's funny. I used to just delete them because they're stupid and they're irrelevant. And now I just roast them and have some fun. You can't go wrong with that the $300 combo package. Now, the game of the year is not included in it. Devin, how much is the game of the week tomorrow? It's on the website for $100 with the guarantee. Hector says Bowling Green over 13.5 team total. Where are the haters? Kyle is the GOAT. There were definitely a lot yesterday. Marty, no, the game of the year is sold all by itself. Daniel, yeah, Kent State rolled in the second half. Figured they'd shut them down at one point. Armando says, may I ask why the game of the year was chosen on a Wednesday instead of a Saturday? So so I can party and get fucked up. Well, you know, the reason why I was picked today is because it was the matchup. This game could have been on a Tuesday, a Friday, or a Sunday. And if we would have had what we had, it still would have been chosen on whatever day it came out on the schedule. Just everything lined up. Chuck, I don't have to tell you. As of right now, I have 4 tickets on it. I have 1 for 3. I have 2 more for 5. And then in another book, I got a 4 in. So 17 as of right now. And I literally I got the last one in for 4K literally right before we went live. I was typing while I was doing it, saying what I was doing. Edward says, ask for a ticket. Shit, LOL, ask a question to you-know-who. See what you get. Right? Jeremiah says, Jay, he was like the ambassador of the live chat. Ha ha, good one, brother. Brian says, guys, he's been listening and buying picks since Kyle was a redshirt freshman on YouTube, right? Right? Focus Sports, I have nothing on the Ireland game, and to be honest, 100%, I never even took a look at it. I didn't have time to take a look at it last night. Toby, I bet the money line, brother. That's what I bet. I didn't bet the spread. I just took just the money line. What probability do you give game of the year? I ain't fucking losing it. That's for sure. I don't care if I got to get out on the field tonight. All right? I don't care if I got to get out on the field tonight. We're winning the damn game. One way or another, we're winning the damn game. I don't care if I got to do all the work. Justin Lee says, stop saying good morning and give a pick, please. No, thank you. That's not how we operate, but thank you for showing up. Lou Flacco says, BetOnline doesn't take customers from New Jersey. Have you tried actually opening up an account with a different address and depositing with Bitcoin? It might work. That way they don't know you're from Jersey. Go get a P.O. box in the state right next to you. You can do it online. I don't think they're blocking IP addresses from your state. I think it's just when you sign up and enter in New Jersey. Who wins, North Texas or Rice, bro? I don't know, but you don't have to ask it 5 times in 1 second. 10 times in 2 seconds. All right, where's my buddy Joe at? You know, and if you guys do that, seriously, make sure you deposit by Bitcoin. Okay, make sure you deposit by Bitcoin. Lewis, what's the difference between premium and personal plays? Not a big difference as far as winning goes. The main difference, premium plays, you get on the website. My personal plays, I'll text you personally. Premium plays are put out by myself and the other cappers here at Cappers Direct. Not just me. My personal plays are done by me, myself, and I. And that's it. No outside influence. I don't have anybody saying I can't give out this, or I don't like that, or I don't like this. You know, Justice, you're probably right on using the Ethereum because the processing fees are cheaper. And I'm actually bad about that. I really am. Chris, did a lot of people sign up for Game of the Year? Yes. Yes. Ruben, does Game of the Year have a guaranteed stamp on it? No. If we debated it last year doing that, and if they put a guarantee on it, which I don't know how I would guarantee and then make you wait a whole year for the next Game of the Year. They were going to do it, but they wanted to charge $500 because that's what we used to do. They used to put a guarantee on it, but it was a $500 play, and $500 play for you guys isn't going to work. So $50, it's a spinoff. But if you're worried about dropping a game, don't even buy it. If you're worried about dropping it, we don't need that negative vibe. Don't even buy it. I'm telling you that right now because we're fucking winning the game. Absolutely. Jimmy, who do I like in the Toledo game? We'll take a look at that here in a little bit. Daniel Clibby says, Scott's question, go live. Is there a chance you go live at some point during the Game of the Year? No, I'll be with my family. I'll be with my little one. I go live with you guys 3 hours during the daytime. Don't you guys get enough of me already? Ben, to answer your question, our Game of the Years are separate. Yeah, we'll have a college football Game of the Year from the company. I potentially might have one, but the one I was looking at for my personal play Game of the Year probably won't be. If it happens, it won't be for a while. The one that I was looking at. But again, a lot of times we don't put one out. We did not put out an NBA Play of the Year. We did not put out an NBA Game of the Year. We don't always put out a Game of the Year. Don't have to. If we're not confident enough to go huge on it, plain and simple, we just won't put one out. We just won't put one out. Chuck says, made me want to put the house on it. as far as putting the house on it, I always tell people to, always bet responsibly. I always say that, always bet responsibly. Always bet responsibly because it's the thing to do. Never says if you're on the fence, jump off and grab it. Easy as that. We do great in basketball. We just didn't have one that, we're willing to go put 20, 30K on. Where's my brother Joe at? I apologize for the roasting. Justice casinos are all open. Sorry, Daniel, we don't allow posting of the other services on YouTube. But yeah, we know who you meant. And I know you probably didn't know either. Chuck, I can't advise people a percentage of your bankroll. Whatever you feel comfortable with. You know what I mean? Whatever you feel comfortable with. Ray, you put 500 on the Bowling Green team total over 13.5. Very nice. Congrats, brother. Congrats. T-Step, yeah, depositing by by credit card comes with a cost, which unfortunately sucks. That's why I do everything, by crypto. Good, Joe. Good. I'm glad I didn't scare you away. But I hope that you'll start trusting and believing. And trust me, we bet the games. We bet the games, that's for sure. It's one thing that we do. Les, thank you, sir. John David Ray says, won big last night with the free pick, Bowling Green over 13.5. Thanks, man. Well done. You're very welcome. Cody, we'll get to those games here in just a minute. Don't forget, here's how the rest of the week's schedule goes. We have the game of the year, the college football game of the year put on by the company today. I have my game of the week tomorrow. Saturday, guaranteed Saturday, and then Sunday, the big NFL Sunday play. So to say it's going to be a monster week, and then obviously the UFC Max Fight pick this weekend. Bellator tomorrow as well. To say it's going to be a monster weekend is going to be an understatement. Kobe, as Daniel just said in the chat, it's tonight. I'll post a link. Trevor says, can we talk about the game that's not your game of the year? Not even asking for picks. Need feelers on these games. We're going to talk about all three games. Now, am I going to give away what we're playing? No, I'm not. And I do ask that people in the live chat, obviously, if you paid for it, please don't give it away. Please don't give any hints. Please don't give out any leans on what it could be. Obviously, we greatly appreciate it if you don't. Quickest way to get banned would be to do that. But yeah, we'll break down all three games. Am I going to go over what, give out what, all of our premium plays, my personal plays are? No. Give me 1 second. No, Jay Hugh, he was guessing. He was guessing. He was just trolling on by, but he's gone. We get that all the time. Somebody comes in and tries guessing. We'll post in the live chat, oh, guaranteed Saturday's this, and they just throw everybody off. Justice, yes, don't give away the third turtle in the second race. With the bandana, yeah, the one with the purple stripe down the side and the red tag on his foot. Don't give that turtle away, okay? Definitely don't give that turtle away. That is for sure. Yeah, John, that's basic math would say that if you bet more than $50, you'll pay for the game and have free money. Kent State scoring at will. Absolutely. It's the way we like it. You know, it was just a matter of time before Akron got shut down in that game. Thank you, Ruben. Rich says Turtle 2 is washed up. He's too old. Justin Lee, the game of the year, college football game of the year from the company is tonight. The game of the year, is it a side or a total? Not saying. It's either a side or a total. Everybody should have the ability to bet sides and totals. If you can't, I recommend going to find another book. Chris says, I'm seriously beginning to believe the Tijuana Turtles are not a myth. The Tijuana Turtles are real, brother. Conrad says, I love how the announcer even said Kent State doesn't let up when they have a big lead and then chased the school scoring record. Absolutely. Will the game of the year ever be a team total? No. We're frozen. Okay. I'll get that fixed. Make sure it's a full game and not a team total, because not everybody can bet a team total. Golden Boy, if the spread changes, do we buy an extra point? If the spread was to change, I'm not worried about an extra point. Obviously, getting it at the line we put it out at, that's where we handicapped it. So, that would be the better line. But if for some reason, if your book has a higher line, I'm not worried about it. Now, if that sucker was to be, 4, 5, 6 points higher, then I'd be like, you might have missed the boat. But, if your book has a point higher, you should be perfectly fine. Justice says they all don't know about the yearly Cap Nation Tijuana trip. Get with it, guys. Hey, we might need to. Duke says the Turtles are real. They're right next to the Tijuana Donkey Show at Adelitas. Absolutely. They're down at Adelitas. Well, John, when I gave out the line, it was minus 165. But keep in mind, I gave out the line. It was a little overinflated. I expected it to go up. I didn't expect it to come down. I was wrong on that part. Obviously, I would take the money line. I bet the money line. I showed the money line ticket. KBO, I will be honest, I did randomly bet the NC Dinos plus 1.5 the last 2 nights. Late, right before bed. LT, good morning, brother. Sorry, I was texting my wife. Ulysses, good morning. Oh, and thank you. Thanks for jumping on board Game of the Year. It's going to be a good one. Marty, it'll be a good one. All you got to do, close your eyes and bet. Well, make sure your eyes are open when you hit the submit button. All right? Make sure your eyes are open when you hit the submit button. Cameron, thank you. Love the email address. Thanks for signing up for the Game of the Year. Kyle announced a free play. No, we haven't gone over it yet. We've just been shooting the shit. So first of all, let's go over a couple things. First of all, last night's video that I put out with the daily free play in it. If you guys don't know, I put out a daily free play video every single night, usually in the nighttime, okay? I was multitasking. I was on the phone when I was writing down my notes for what I was doing for the live show or for the video when I filmed it. And we're playing the Belgium and Denmark game. But of course, I wrote down Belgium and Estonia. And Estonia is playing Georgia. Okay? Completely screwed up both teams. All right? Completely screwed up both teams, mismatched them, the whole works, yada, yada, yada. So somebody pointed it out to me and I said, oh, shit, screwed that one up. So if you go and you look at the video in the comment section, I corrected it. In the very first comment, I posted and I had it pinned. I said, video mistake, game is Belgium against Denmark. Belgium against Denmark. Georgia in Estonia. I am playing both. All right, I am playing both. I bet both. I have both bets on both of them, just so you guys know. At Justin Lee says, don't ask questions. Justice, what happens if our pick tonight is a loss? Well, then we lose. And then it's going to suck, and it'll be the very first one that we've ever lost, because we've never lost a game of the year. Because we've never lost a game of the year. So it's kind of like 2 free plays in one, because I screwed it up for you guys. Not only did I bet Georgia on the money line, I also have Belgium as well, okay? So kind of like 2 soccer plays in one. Hopefully they don't flip and lose. Toby says no negativity. No, it's no negativity. You know, it's a valid question. But again, it's a special one-off game. It's a special one-off game that we put out from time to time. And we're not 100% when it comes to our games of the years. It's something we are 100%. It's something we've never lost on. It's something we've never lost on. So, yeah, Georgia is still minus 175 on BetOnline. Belgium is minus 133. Do I bet early? As far as football goes, no. Unless I can confirm players are playing, I won't touch it. Not early. I'd rather not wait, Sawyer. I'd rather wait and not play a game because of a positive COVID test or players being out or whatever the case may be. Jesus, should I parlay the 2 soccer bets you gave? You could, but again, I don't recommend parlays, if you know what I mean. I don't recommend parlays. Not a huge fan of them. Not a big fan of them. Alrighty. Scott says, you know, Domino's pizza's not bad in the morning. Pizza sounds good right now. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to do a recap of yesterday for transparency purposes, even though I did it in the daily free play video. Morning William tuning in via text. Breakfast pizza, not bad. Pizza sounds good, to be honest. Pizza sounds good. So, yesterday, free plays 2-0. Bowling Green team total over 13.5. Winner. We got the job done late, but we got the win. Should have happened earlier. They had plenty of opportunities, and they failed at that one. So, we dropped that one. Kent State's team total in the first half only, over 23. That was a nice winner there. Easy money. Easy money, easy money, easy money. Justice dropping some parlay knowledge. Ben, nothing has changed for our game of the year. Nathan says, I faded you on that. The burn, I learned. I forget who it was, but somebody faded me on the actual Kent State full play, which was a personal play of mine. And they posted on Twitter that they did, that they've very rarely. But like as a never fade me, but they learned the hard way. They learned the hard way. So, free plays went 2-0. My personal plays went 3-1. Had a nice big 3-1. The only one I dropped was the Buffalo and Bowling Green first quarter over 13.5, which was plus 100 or when it started. I know that line jumped significantly. But we dropped that one, unfortunately. We hammered home the Kent State first half team total over 23 to a win. We hammered Kent State laying 26.5 to an easy victory in the second half, of course. And then a nice big teaser. A nice big teaser on Kent State laying 19 and Buffalo and Bowling Green over 51.5. So that was nice. And then premium plays, depending on where you got the line, which I don't know too many that got a push on the Buffalo Bowling Green. When we put it out, it was 59, and literally 1 minute later, I went back to go bet it, and it was 58.5. So we put out 59, which was the high line, and it literally dropped to 58.5 almost everywhere where I saw, almost instantly. So I know I won that bet. I know most people won that premium play, but they either went 2-1 or 1-1-1, depending on where they got the Buffalo and Bowling Green total at, because it landed at 59, and most got 58.5 that I know of. We dropped the Bowling Green Buffalo first quarter over, and then we hammered our total. Buffalo laying 24.5, as well as Kent State laying 19.5. So we hit the teaser there. So you either went 2-1 or 1-1-1. Daniel, you got it at 58. Very nice. Very nice. Congrats. Cody Sanders, how many games of the years have there been in total? I'd have to go back and check, but I don't have the exact total from every year. But we don't have like multiple college football games of the year. If there was another college football game of the year, it'll be my personal play game of the year, which won't happen until later in the season. But I'm so far off from being able to have one of those. Just says, do you know why the MGM line is always lower? Because they're trying to drum up business. They're just trying to drum up business. Give me 1 second, folks. If you're purchasing my game of the week for Thursday, I'm hoping to have it up and on the website. I'm hoping they'll have it up on the website later on this afternoon. So for everybody that has asked, because I just replied to another question, I've had a lot of people ask me about the game or my game of the week, which is on Thursday. I'm hoping to have that on the website for early betting later on today. You know, Jalen, he should actually have to send me a picture. He should actually have to send me a picture. He questioned the integrity. I answered his question. He should actually have to send a picture of himself. Jalen asked Joe Young, I've been dying to know, bro, is that you and your profile pic? That shit looks like a big-ass wig. You know, he should definitely make it right and send us a picture. Justice, I'm not sure what you mean. You said not sure that is the best way to get new customers to come take money from them. Just odd to me. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Unless there was another comment I missed. All right, so recap is done. Recap is done. What we'll do next, we will start breaking down the games. Thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate that. I did get some good sleep last night. Slept like a baby. Just says by giving you a better line just seems like giving money away. Some books will always have a better line. Five Dimes always had a better line than everybody as far as the offshore books go. But we all know you can't bet on five dimes if you live in the United States of America anymore. Some books will always have a better line. Circus Sports in Vegas is one of the more attractive places to bet because they offer a better line. They offer a better product and a better line. William Hill is always higher. Stations is generally higher. Bovada is always higher. If you like betting dogs, Bovada is always a great place to bet a dog because they're always higher. Give me 1 second, folks. One second. And again, the game of the year is not a team total. Rich says we're just going to skip past the air fryer segment. No, we're going to go right back to the air fryer segment here just in a minute. What did I miss in the comment section? Sabino, you're very welcome. Chat's a little riled up this morning. Justin, you get it on the website. Log back in. It's on the website. Log back in. If you have multiple packages, make sure if you're using a cell phone, turn it sideways, scroll down. Turn your phone sideways, scroll down, look for your username. Look for your username, and right next to your username is a small little box that's got 4 little windows in it. And then scroll down. And then scroll down. Jeremiah, we need J-Rock to come back with that recipe. And again, Justice, I don't know what your comment was referring to, if it was referring to why MGM has a lower line or a higher line. I think you said lower line, but I'm still not sure what your comment was based on. Daniel says, mini grip for me, 500. John David Ray, yeah, we'll have some picks on college football. We'll definitely have something. Gave out 2 soccer plays already. Jose, you're very late. Very late to the party, brother. Better late than never, though. Welcome. J-Rock's going to mail us out a leg, right? You know, Edward just posted something that's, 100% correct. It doesn't matter if it's a free play. It doesn't matter if it's the game of the year. It doesn't matter if it's something in between. You need to bet what you're comfortable betting. Okay? Just remember, bet what you're comfortable betting, because quarterbacks can break legs, wide receivers can break an arm, whatever the case may be. So always bet what you're comfortable betting, not what somebody else is telling you to bet or following what somebody else bet, okay? Always bet what you're comfortable betting. Golden Boy, what makes a game of the year a game of the year? Well, we take that magic 8 ball, we shake it up, and we say, is today the game of the year? If it says, please try again later, we try again later, the next day. No, I'm just kidding. When we break down a game, it's something that's big enough that meets our strict requirements to be a game of the year. First of all, it has to be something that I'm willing to just go out and fire on. All right? And not just, a $5,000, $10,000 bet. It has to be something that I'm willing to go bet 30, 40, 50 grand on and have the utmost confidence in it. We'll never give out a game of the year that's not game of the year quality. Not to say that, and we're 100% when we give out a game of the year. Okay? Fight pick of the year, game of the year. We're rolling at 100% for years. Okay? There are years where we don't put one out because maybe it's on the level of a guaranteed Saturday play, but not a game of the year. If that's the case, we just won't give one out. Not every year do the stars align and the information come together to make one. For instance, we had an NBA game of the year for 3 years in a row, as well as my personal play. I put out NBA games of the year. This last NBA season from the bubble, we didn't put one out. And I didn't put out a personal play game of the year. There's a chance that I might have a personal play college football game of the year as my personal play. Later on in the football season, there is one that I'm eyeing. We're many weeks away, but there's so much that has to take place in order to have a game of the year. And now add in the fact of COVID, there's so many more things that we have to plan for and watch out for. COVID, contract tracing, all of that stuff. You can have a solid play today that you're eyeing for next week, and then next week, half the team's out, or 10 of the important players that we need to play in order for it to be a game of the week, are gone. So things that you have to take into consideration on our end is it's a lot. It really is. It's a lot. Albert, I'll take some. Marty, you don't, for depositing at BetOnline and opening up an account there, you don't get game of the year. You don't get game of the year. If you go to our website, and I'm not allowed to discuss it on YouTube because YouTube has rules and regulations, but if you go to our website and you read the very top of our website, you'll see exactly what that promo gives you. It's right here. Very top of our website, right here. You get 2 days of premium plays or my personal plays, and it tells you exactly how to qualify for it. But signing up at BetOnline doesn't get you our game of the year. Sabino, just hang out, chill, relax, put up your feet, drink up a cup of coffee. Matter of fact, if you can get me another one, I'd greatly appreciate it. Justin Lisa's first time buying a pick. Thank you. Glad to have you as well as everybody on board. Glad to have you as well as everybody on board, especially all the new people. And I will tell you this. Jesus, the second time buying picks with Kyle. I bought the MMA package a few weeks back and hit all the picks. Yeah, FC was on point. Jay Johnson, good morning. Any live soccer? I don't have any live soccer going other than the two games that I just bet. We're on Georgia on the money line, minus 165, and then Belgium, which was minus 133 on the money line. All right, so we'll jump into the game day breakdowns. We're not going to be live for 3.5 hours like we were yesterday. We've already been live for about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes roughly. We won't be live for a crazy amount of time. Andrew, we are making the money. Absolutely. And that's the conservative side of me that says, always bet within your means. That's the conservative side of me is because, I know in reality, shit can happen at times, and all of that. And I don't ever want to see anybody get stuck and think that because you put out a game of the year, they wouldn't put their mortgage on it or their rent money. Or stuff of that nature. I would never want, I don't ever want any of you guys to ever get hurt or in a bad situation, because trust me, I've seen it happen from time to time where, hell, we've had an individual, he's probably watching, Tony, if you're watching, brother, and I love telling this story, but he was able to afford it. He put $100,000 on a free NFL play a couple years ago. It's the first time ever watching us. He put $100,000, and he's very successful. Owns a big car dealership down in South Florida. Put $100K on a free play. No joke, 100%. $100K on a free play. We lost. He came in bitching up a storm, crying like a little baby, and we got it back. He got on a package. He actually bought a big package, and we won it back for him the very next day. And then he was finally told not to be going to put the farm on the small free plays. And moral of the story, anything can and will happen. I love you, brother. I love you, Tony, if you're watching. All right, give me 1 second. We're going to break down the games. I'm getting all the information up that we're going to need to break down this game, these games. And when that soccer game starts, you guys keep me posted. You guys keep me posted when we're winning, all right? We've had our fair share of whales come across the live show. That's for sure. Brandon Hobbs says, I'll be very surprised if the Belgium loses on the money line. I agree. Yeah, Focus, we can go into that one day. Maybe we'll try that tomorrow. Tomorrow's not the biggest of them. I mean, we got 3 games, same as today. Armando says, I cry when I lose $20, but $100K. Yeah, I hear you there. I hear you there. Marty, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Alrighty, so what do we got planned for today? Well, Bob, we got a shit ton planned for today. It is going to be an action-packed, lights out, money-making kind of day. And if you missed the boat today, Justin, we leave it where we post it. Regardless if it goes up or goes down. Because if it was to go down, it wouldn't be fair to drop the line for the people that had already bet it. And depending on where you're betting it at, the line hasn't moved in every book. And the line's perfectly fine. Scott, the Belgium line on Bet Online I just saw, I think it was, I think it just moved. Let me take another quick look, real quick. It was minus 145, so it actually moved from 133 to 145 in the last few minutes. Yeah, Adam, 145. So it moved a little bit. Moved a little bit. Alrighty. Ricky, what does it mean when it's minus 1.5 and minus 1? Real quick on a soccer bet, when they do minus 1.5 and minus 1, that's 2 bets in 1. Half of your money goes at minus 0.5. The other half goes at minus 1. So if they win by 1, you win on the minus 0.5 and you push and get your money back on the minus 1. In order for you to win both bets, they would have to win by 2 or more. If they win or if they draw, you would lose both. Eric, we're definitely going to murder the books. Yeah, Johnny K, we were talking Belgium and Denmark and Georgia, Estonia. Unlike what I put out in the daily free play video. I know. I completely butchered that one last night. I was late. I was tired. I was on the phone writing my notes while talking to a client and wrote down Belgium, Estonia. But I actually bet both. I bet both Belgium and Georgia. So, 2 official free plays. Justin, no. Sippies, any update on my favorite team? Southern Miss. They win this week. Well, they cover the spread. All right? They cover the spread. I don't know if they went outright. 7.5 home point dog. I kind of like it. All right. Dinky Kong, I like it. It says cup of coffee and Cap Nation Live. Can't go wrong. Can't. You absolutely can't. I have a little more on Georgia, but when I say little more, it ended up being like $30 more because when I bet it, I put it in the wrong box, bet to win box, and then the odds changed, and I didn't go back in and change it to win 500. So I have to win 500 on one, and then to win like 470 or 467 on another, something like that. Juan says I'll be drinking and watching Game of the Year. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. All right, so we're going to jump into these game day breakdowns. We're going to be jumping into these good old game day breakdowns, and let me tell you, it's going to be a fun day today, okay? It's going to be a fun day. John, Sonny, the other John, David, Victor, Marty, Jared, Justin, Juan, Jan, as well as the other hundreds of people that jumped on board the Game of the Year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's murder the books tonight. Let's murder the books tonight. Yeah, Ricky, Game of the Year is today. More confidence in Georgia? No, I like them both, actually. T-Step, you'll find it under UEFA Nations League. It's hilarious. There's construction going on outside of the office. And I can hear it out my office window. Somebody just yelled touchdown. Somebody's out there yelling touchdown. There's no football yet. But I like his thought. So here's the big question that everybody's asking me. Does Central Michigan cover today? Can they get a win outright? We're going to go over all the games. Not necessarily going to give you a free play on all of them. This ain't SBR, all right? If I was going to give you a free play on all of them, I'd have to give you both sides twice, at least, maybe 3 times over a 3-hour time period. Eduardo says, I do hate the 3-way money line because plenty of times I've bet soccer and they tied to a draw. There's no pushing a 3-way money line ticket. Gets graded as a loss. 100% correct. That is the 100% downside, in my opinion, to betting soccer is the 3-way money line. Finding a draw equals no bet you usually is an option in some books, but you usually have to pay a higher juice fee, meaning draw. If they push, your bet is canceled. Tan says, nope, Western Michigan is going to kill them. It's going to be 35-7 kind of game. You know, we're going to go over all the games, and we're going to do what we do the best. But I will tell you that one does make people wonder. You go off of history from last year alone. And would definitely make you question Central Michigan and what they're capable of. I will tell you this. I'm looking at a consensus report, and I'm not going to name their names. Some of them are on YouTube. Some of them are not. A lot of them are high-profile individuals. Some of them, actually, all of them are also on TV. They're very well respected, but I can tell you this, each one that's picking Central Michigan as in their consensus report is all having a losing season betting college football. Sure makes you wonder. A lot of people riding Central Michigan today. A lot of people. Just putting that out there. Not saying I'm on it or I'm not on it, but as of right now, there's a lot of people on Central Michigan. We're going to take a look at all the games. We're going to go over everything. Tom's on Central Michigan. I was referring to the people that are in the sports betting industry on TV. But yeah, Tom likes Central Michigan. My big buddy D Mall loves Central Michigan. And I cannot lie. I think Central Michigan is this year is one of the better teams. Coming out of the MAC. Justin, what unit play do I recommend for the game of the year? Recommending a unit is very hard to do, or recommending a bet size is very hard to do without knowing your life situation and your financial situation and all of that. Tom's on TV now. But bigger than what you normally bet a regular play for, that's for sure. Seth says, I only like Central Michigan if it's texted me on today's plays, right? And if you want to get today's plays besides the game of the year, then you can get on premium plays or you can get on my personal plays. Bobby Arms, is game of the year one of the games tonight? It is. It's one of the games tonight. It is one of the games tonight. Yes, sir, it is. It's one of the 3 games. Northern Illinois, Ball State, Toledo, Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, and Central Michigan. How much should you drop on the game of the year? I don't know what your life, whatever you're comfortable betting. I can't give you an honest answer, without knowing so much stuff. Rich, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Todd, I see you signed up with Bet Online and the promo. And you want the personal plays, fantastic. I will get you on board. What happens is we'll get done with the live show. I'll start sending out my personal plays. And once I get done with my personal plays, I go through all the Bet Online signups for the promo and all of that stuff. And then we'll get you on it. Kurt says Western Michigan money line. Focus Sports says last year Central Michigan was good. This year they're average. Even Cade, knowing that you say your bankroll is $10K, well, is your bankroll your bank account? Do you have any more, et cetera, et cetera? Advising you what to bet on based on just knowing very limited knowledge would be a foolish thing for me to do. But it's definitely one of our biggest college football bets of the year, so it should be one of your biggest bets as well. But as always, bet responsibly, if you know what I mean. Belgium and Georgia, Michael. Belgium and Georgia. All right, so popping up everything for this. We will go over all 3 games. Jay Rock says, Kyle is right again. Was watching Brian Bittler and he slipped up. Said he had under Kent State game and he lost $55. A guy who sells picks. Kyle's the only real deal on YouTube. I don't even know who Brian Bittler is. But I'm going to guess he probably didn't show a ticket either. As Justice said, everybody knows Dizzy's on Tulsa. tomorrow, right? Golden Boy, you're welcome. Nathan, okay. Okay. Daniel, you're here for the game of the year. Well, I'm not giving the game of the year for free, if that's what you're asking. The game of the year is not free and won't be given out during the live chat. And again, so I want to, and this is a perfect example, and I don't know who the guy is, and no disrespect to him. You know, if he actually bet $55 on it, more power to him. But I'm going to be, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to ask an honest question. Do you want to follow along somebody who only believes in his plays, that's going to say he's successful, and they're going to advertise, somebody as successful? And again, I don't know who the hell this guy is, but more power to him. But when they tout somebody as being successful and this and that and selling plays, do you want to follow somebody that only has enough confidence or a big enough bankroll to put $55 on a play? Now, that's not knocking any of you guys that bet $50 or less. But that would be like taking financial advice from your financial advisor who doesn't have a pot to piss in, or who doesn't invest his own money himself. So, well, there you have it. Jamel, if I re-sign for 3 days, will it last till Sunday? Well, Jamel, today's Wednesday, and the next 3 days would be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Focus, we'll have free pick today. CK, you know what's crazy? I hear that all the time. I actually hear I hear that I'm from the Chicago area. Which is funny because I have a lot of family in Chicago, believe it or not. My mom's family is all from Chicago. My mom was born and raised in Chicago, but moved out when she was a teen to Southern California. I am born and raised, I am a beach baby, Santa Monica, California. Raised just 30 minutes north of the city of Los Angeles in a very nice suburb. And I hear all the time, I sound like I'm an East Coaster, I'm from Chicago. But Jamel, if you sign up for 3 days, it'll last you 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Seth, maybe we should have a math class instead of home economics with turkey fryers, right? Obi Zen says, yeah, I hear some Chicago there too. I have an East Coast attitude. You love it? Excellent. But, here's the thing. I'm very laid back. I'm very laid back on some things, and then I guess you can call me the East Coast attitude on another. Rich has signed me up for one of those 3-day packages that last till Sunday. Can't beat a deal like that, right? Albert says, I can hear some New York and Jersey. That's crazy. That's crazy. What's funny is I'm a beach baby from Southern California. That's the amazing part. Roy, you lived in Toluca for 2 years. Very nice. I was born at Santa Monica Memorial Hospital. And then my grandfather lives on 2nd Street. So we spent a lot of time down there as kids down by the beach. But I grew up in Santa Clarita. Magic Mountain. Seth, that would definitely get you till Sunday. Said buy the 3 days, sign up at Bet Online, email in for the promo, and that gets you through Sunday. Seth working his magic right there. Brian, they're coming soon. I promise you. They're coming. All right, so jumping into these games. Again, due to the nature of having game of the year tonight, I may not give my opinion on all the games. Joseph, we'll go over that. That's a great question. Feel free to ask that one again. So copy and paste that and hold that one until we get to the Toledo. As a matter of fact, we'll do that game first, okay? We'll jump to the Toledo game first because that is a really good question. You've got a big reverse line movement going on there where tons of money coming in on the over. The line is dropping. You got to ask yourself why. Woot, the game of the year. Alex says, I'm watching Georgia play right now. It should be 3-0. Kate says, ever in Hawaii, hit me up. You know, me and the wife are definitely due for a trip. It's actually been, has it been 2 years? I actually filmed live there last time we were there. We usually go in Oahu and we stay at the North Shore at Turtle Bay when we go. But we are due for a trip. We are due for a trip, that's for sure, to Hawaii. We need to do a Maui trip. Seth says, Kyle, can you tell me how much money I should bet on tonight's game of the year? I don't think you've answered, LOL. Everybody, Seth is joking. He knows I've answered it a million times. Georgia just missed a goal by a hair. Well, hopefully we get one. We should. Bob Smith, who are you referring to? Scott, yes. It's 365 days. Actually, no, Scott. It's 700 and... What is that? 40? 730, excuse me. It's at California Public School math. 730 days. Buy a year, get a year free for the premium play packages. Rodney, you can, sir. Yeah, absolutely. I'll put it in your account. You should still have the Venmo information. Actually, Bob, you were wrong. This last year was leap year. If you guys remember, it's 366 days this year. 366 days this year. When you add in leap year, leap day. When you add in leap day. If you just tried calling in, I seen it ring. I do apologize. I did miss a call from somebody. They'll score soon. If it should be 4-0, they'll score soon. Jamel, if you sign up today, will it last until Sunday? No. Big Ant, any premium play package, the 1-year premium play package is buy a year, get a year free. So buy a year premium plays, get a second year free. Buy the year premium plays and guaranteed Saturday plays, get a second year free. And then the combo package, buy a year of premium plays, my personal plays, guaranteed Saturday, and the game of the week's a big $5,000 package. Buy a year, get a year free. Hold on one second, guys. Cappers Direct. Good. Yes. Yes. Yep. Yes, correct. Yep. No problem. Thank you, sir. Thanks for signing up. Any questions, always just give us a call back. All right. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. So yes, even the big cut. The only one that's not is my 1-year personal play package that's on sale for $1,200. Real Champ, thank you, brother. Thank you. Knott's Berry Farm. You know what's funny, Justice? I have never, growing up in Southern California, I grew up at Magic Mountain. I grew up, we used to ride the bus as kids when my parents would be at school. We'd be 10 years old, we'd ride the bus to Magic Mountain. To take a quarter, we'd get a bus pass. Me and my sister would go to Magic Mountain. We had season passes when we were little, when we were kids. Back when it was safe for kids to take the bus across town. And we'd go to Disneyland a couple times a year. My dad's been in the motion pictures industry and worked for Disney Studios, so we'd get, the little, the holiday time they shut the park down for just employees in the evening times. So we'd go to Disneyland every year, Magic Mountain 50 times a year probably. And my entire life growing up, I have never been to Knott's Berry Farm. I went to Knott's Scary Farm once, but I got kicked out and I got blacklisted. I don't like scary shit. I don't like scary movies. That's just me, it's like clowns. Don't like fucking clowns either. And some dickhead jumped out in front of me, and my natural instinct, literally jumped out my, my face, and I punched him in the nose. We were literally there like not even 10 minutes. Well, I didn't know they were going to literally jump out and touch me. The guy jumped out and grabbed my arm, and I socked him right in the nose. I was 22, and I got the boot, and I got blacklisted many, many years ago. I'm sure I'm off their blacklist now, but I'm sure I'm allowed back in. But again, I've never been to Knott's Berry Farm. I went to Knott's Scary Farm once, and I got kicked out within 20 minutes. Nowadays, they probably arrest you. Nowadays, they probably just arrest your ass. Hold on one second, guys. Cappers Direct. Good. Yes, sir. Yes. Uh-huh. Yep, no problem, sir. Yep, no problem. Good luck tonight. You're welcome, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye. Rodney, I will get it in your account. I do see that you just sent the payment over, so I will get it loaded in your account. Revolution and Colossus, yes. Yes, I remember going on Viper when it very first opened, the very first day that it opened. Chris, I should answer the calls. Kyle the Capper. Scott, they don't know that we're live, right? I know. It's okay, though. It's okay, though. The difference between premium and personals, yeah, while I'm uploading this into Rodney's account, I definitely will. The difference between premiums is they're put out by myself as well as the other individuals here at the website, here at Cappers Direct. They're on the website. You get them live on the website, right there, instant access to them. Whereas my personal plays are done by me, myself, and I. There's no outside input. I have no opinion from anybody else. If somebody disagrees with me, they can go pound sand. My plays are what I put out, and I send them to you individually by text message. You work with me one-on-one directly. Big Afro Kid, every day you're going to have luck on games. Games go your way, games don't go your way, and you get a lucky break. Games are going your way, and you get an unlucky break. That's the nature of sports betting. It's going to happen on a daily basis. Joe, I'm not watching the game, but apparently everybody that is watching says that Georgia's looking really strong. Bobby, glad to have you on the company's Game of the Year. Justin, no, my personal play packages are not buy one year, get 1 year free. Get ready to sneeze. I don't want to. Except the combo package that includes the premium plays. The big 5K one is buy 1 year, get 1 year free. But the $1,200 package for mine is not buy one, get 1 year free. All right, so diving into these games. And Rodney, it's in your account. You just got to log back in, brother. Log back into your account on the website, and you'll have access to it. Kate, I just saw your email. Glad you were able to log in and get it. Fantastic. Big Afro Kid, college is college. They're playing to score and stats and make it into the NFL. They're not stopping at the one unless specifically told. Okay, so diving into these breakdowns, we're going to take a look at the Toledo game first because there was a good question about the money going on the over and that line dropping. Okay, we are going to take a look at all the games today. Don't expect free plays and leans on every single game because I just don't have them today on all of them. As far as Adam, thanks for jumping on board. My game of the week for tomorrow. So does the Sunday personal plays include every game or just the ones you personally bet on? Only asking. Well, my personal plays that I text out are only my personal plays. If you're asking about that Sunday guaranteed play, that's not included in my personal plays. That's actually put out by the company. If you're asking about the Sunday NFL guaranteed play that we're 9-1 on the year, that's not a part of my personal plays or premium plays. But if you're asking about my personal plays on Sunday, I text them out. I don't play every game. All right, so finally to the breakdowns. Game 311, 312, Toledo, Eastern Michigan. First of all, Toledo 1-1 straight up. 1-1 against the spread. Eastern Michigan 0-2. However, they've covered 2 spreads. All right, they're 2-0 against the spread in this game. As far as the odds go, first of all, what we're going to do first, we're going to take a look at where the odds are now. We're going to take a look at the line movements on both the side and the total. As of right now, Toledo laying 6.5 is minus $1.15. Cody, can you buy tomorrow's game of the week all by itself? Yes, you always buy it all by itself. You get it right on the website. Same place as the game of the year, just one spot below her. But yeah, you can get on it, and I'm hoping to have it posted later on this afternoon. To be honest, I'm hoping to have it posted on the website before the game of the year goes off, or even starts. That way, people can start betting it, or you guys can bet it as soon as game of the year's over and you guys close out those winning tickets. John David Ray, do you suggest, great questions today, do you suggest those smaller bankrolls to bet money equally across the board or bet more or less according to the game? If you're on my personal plays or our premium plays, John David Ray or everybody out there, we don't rate them. All right, premium plays and my personal plays, there's not like a 5-unit, a 7-star, a 9-star, the 200-star lock of the day as far as premium plays and our personal plays go. The only way to be successful betting my personal plays or the company's premium plays is to flat bet straight across the board. It doesn't matter if you're a $10 bettor or a $10,000 bettor. For instance, yesterday, people were asking me, a lot of new people asking me that signed up, hey, your personal plays, should I bet one more than the other? I know you like one more than the other. No, I like them all exactly the same. We ended up going 3-1, and we cashed out. We won. Now, if we would have went bigger on one, what if that was the one that lost? You go 3-1 and you have a losing day. If you're doing that, you're doing something ass backwards and you're doing something incorrect. So again, I always flat bet. Now, the only games I bet bigger are our guaranteed plays. Obviously, our game of the year, which is one of my biggest bets of the year. Game of the weeks that I put out, our guaranteed Saturday and our Sunday NFL plays when we have one. Those are the ones that I will bet bigger. Last of a dying breed, do you always tweet out when your game of the years or game of the weeks are posted? We will always tweet myself, the company. We post it on YouTube. And the biggest thing that we do, last of a dying breed, is we email out, letting everybody know that it's posted as well. We'll always email out. Always need a big second half. Need a big second half by Georgia. You know, we always, and again, the first quarter overs, it's okay to bet them a little bit smaller because not all books will take the same action. Do we do guaranteed parlays? No. No. All right, so back to Toledo, Eastern Michigan. Line laying 6.5. It was 6.5 minus 105 last night. The juice has gone up. If you want to take it at 6.5, you got to lay $1.15. Total currently at Bet Online is over 61.5 in the Toledo Eastern Michigan game. First half line has Toledo laying 3.5 minus $1.19. They're going to tax you, and you're still going to lay the hook. Total in the first half 30.5. First quarter total on that one is 13.5. Toledo's team total 34, as well as Eastern Michigan 27.5. All right, so as far as line movements on this one goes, we'll use, generally speaking, the Westgate has the most live updates if you have access to them. So we'll go from there. Chad says guaranteed parlays would be awesome. FC for the UFC has done a fight pick parlay before. Mike Smith, it's possible, but I can't guarantee it. It's possible. I'm shooting for it. And that's my hope. But I won't know until it's closer. But I will tweet out, and the company will email out when it's posted as well. So line on this one opened to 6.5, and it stayed 6.5 for the most part until this morning. Okay, it's trending in the 7 direction. Some books, like the Westgate, have it at 7 minus $1.10. You can still get 6.5 minus $1.15 on Bet Online. This one, I suspect, will be 7.5, if not 8, before kickoff. I'm getting ready for college hoops. College hoops coming back very soon. The total on this one opened up at 59.5. It jumped to 61 nearly instantly. Like 5 minutes after it opened, they posted the line. They jumped the total a half a point. It stayed at 61 pretty much all day yesterday. And then this morning, they jumped straight from 61 to 62. Thank you, Jeff. I'll get that frozen part fixed. in the upward trajectory. I have a feeling this total will move even more. As far as the betting percentages go, as of right now, 70% are on Toledo money line, 30% taking Eastern Michigan on the money line at the plus 205. 66, and these numbers will shift in about an hour and a half during lunchtime. Okay, 66% rolling with Toledo, laying the 6.5 or 7, and 83% on the over. Now, most MAC action games are going to get a lot of over bets. That's just because it's the MAC and it's wild and crazy. Now, we all know not every game in the MAC goes over, so you can't just insta-bet the over in the MAC. Some do, but for the most part, you can't. T-step, we do college hoops as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. When you start diving into this one, and let's compare the numbers first of all, okay? Gotta zoom in and make this shit a little bit bigger. Getting old. Getting old. First of all, Toledo. They average 38 points a game on offense. 27 for Eastern Michigan. Tim Williams, are your overall records showing on your website? No. We recap every game that we give out in the videos. Any swinging dick, any 12-year-old can post what they had yesterday on a website or what they had last year on a website and make shit up, and nobody can question them on it. But nobody can question me when I do a full recap of every single game, every single day in the videos. Sick or healthy, in the hospital, dying or not, we put out videos every day, and we recap every single game. We used to actually have every game listed on the website, but people were able to start seeing betting trends, especially when it came to baseball, on who we were betting, and it would basically tip our hand at what we were betting. So they nixed that one in the butt real quick. But again, feel free to watch every single video, and you can get a very good description of our record or track it, just like we do. But we do track it. Toledo averaging 38 points a game, guys. They average 45 rush plays to 39 passing plays in their offensive game. They're averaging 84 offensive snaps a game. They're averaging 276 yards at 7.1 yards per passing attempt. 236 yards per game carrying the ball. 5.2 yards on average per run. Eastern Michigan, they average 27 points a game. 144 on the ground, 3.9 yards per carry. Not the strongest when it comes to running, although their very last game they had a very strong showing when it came to the run game in their last game that they played against Ball State. They averaged 245 in the air, 7.7 yards per passing attempt. When it comes to the defensive side of things, is where I think Toledo has the advantage. But there's some things in this game that cause me to question Toledo. When you first look at the numbers, instantly you're going to say, okay, turnover, after 2 games, possession advantage, Toledo. Not that big of one, it's by 1. Run game defense, when you look at the numbers, you're instantly going to say, oh, Toledo's got the better run defense. Well, that's misguiding. They both give up nearly 5 yards a run play. Toledo gives up 4.9 yards per run, 5.3 yards per run for Eastern Michigan. Very similar numbers there. The only difference is Toledo gives up or defends 19 run plays less per game, whereas Eastern Michigan has been defending 49 run plays a game compared to the 30 that Toledo's been averaging. So obviously the yardage given up is going to be the same, but the average per run is where you need to look at. They're both roughly the same. Bob Rose, yes, if you look in the comment section of the daily free play video, yes, that is exactly what I meant. I corrected myself in the comment section of the video. King Parlay, how many games do you get with the premium play package? Every day is different. One day it may be 2, one day it may be 3. Could be a odd day where you get 4. Every day is different. Every day is different. Brandon says take Belgium on the money line. As far as the passing defense goes, the secondaries on both of these, they both give up very similar numbers. 7 yards on average per passing attempt for Toledo, 7.4 for Eastern Michigan. One gives up 206. Eastern Michigan gives up 225. They both are averaging nearly the exact same. As far as turnovers, +1 for Toledo, even Steven for Eastern Michigan, very similar there. You really have to go and start looking at the offensive numbers to really get a gauge. But even those are kind of misleading after 2. Thomas, there will be a Bellator package. It should be on the, believe it or not, it'll probably be on the website today. Bellator will probably be on the website today, most likely. You take a look at Eastern Michigan, and first of all, I want to throw this out there. They average 144 rush yards a game on average. Okay? But when you take a look at what they did in their last game against Ball State, they ended up having 227 rush yards. In their very first game against Kent State, they struggled to run. That average of 144 is extremely low. And that's based off of their game against Kent State, where they had 61 rushing yards, but 227 the very next game. So take that into consideration when you're comparing stats to stats. Both of these numbers are extremely very similar offensively. Okay? Home teams are 7-2 against the spread in the Toledo and Eastern Michigan series. Eastern Michigan 2-8 in their last 10 games against the spread at home versus an opponent who's coming off a straight-up loss of 3 points or less. Toledo losing to Western Michigan by 3 points, 41-38 in their very last game last week on the road. The one thing that worries me about Toledo is their road record. And winning by at least a touchdown on the road. It's been very far and few between over the last couple years that Toledo's been able to go on the road, not just win outright by cover, at least by a touchdown or more. The games that they have won, if you go take a look at what they did last year, you'll see that the games that they did win on the road, very close games. Mr. Smith says, can't really lean on Toledo too heavy. Their run is back and forth. You know, the biggest factor for me in this game is how they play on the road. Now, that may change. I haven't put out my personal plays, premium plays. None of that is out just yet. And that stuff may change. But the one thing that I do express caution with Toledo is how they play on the road. Or how they don't play on the road for lack of better understanding. And you can take a look at Western Michigan. Played Western Michigan. Obviously, Western Michigan is a quality team coming out of the MAC. They've always been for the last couple years. MAC, Brandon says MAC is unpredictable at times, 100%, especially when you get two good matchups like this. This could have been a very easy Toledo's 2-0 coming into this game. They lost by 3, 41-38 in a very high-scoring game. They were a 1.5-point dog. They were a 1.5-point road dog. And again, I emphasize road game. Road game, road loss. You put that on a neutral site game and a neutral site field where they travel, meet in the middle, and Toledo would have been favored probably by at least 2.5. So I do lean towards Toledo, but as of right now, I'm not sold on them playing on the road. You know, Eastern Michigan's numbers are kind of misguiding when you look at their numbers based off of the two games and based off of their loss to Kent State. They lost 27-23 against Kent State. We all saw what Kent State's capable of doing. Eastern Michigan has 2 losses by a total of 10 points. Ball State and Kent State. Ball State's 1-1 on the year as well. We'll go over Ball State's game here in a little bit. As far as the total goes, again, not completely sold on this game as far as certain avenues go. Not yet anyways. I have to be honest, I do have a little more research to do and a phone call to make before I start putting out something on the total on this one. But in general realm of things, when it comes to the MAC, I'll take an over or I'll stay away. Not every MAC game goes over, obviously, which is the reason why it's not an insta bet for me. Nathan says Eastern Michigan is okay, but not that explosive. Agree. I don't expect to see those monster explosive plays come out of them that you could see potentially out of Toledo. Both teams are capable to pass the ball. Marty, very, very glad to hear. Either a Yugo or a caddy. I hope you're driving a caddy afterwards, brother. I hope you're driving a caddy afterwards. So as far as the total goes, there's a couple avenues that I do like and that I lean towards on it. We'll go over those a little later on in the show. Give me 1 second, folks. We will circle back to this game. We will circle back for this one. Correct. MAC doesn't have major home field advantage. As far as how everything goes this year, the whole landscape of college football is completely different. You know, you get the MAC, they get 6 games, and then they're done. Conference championship, and then a bowl game, hopefully. And as Trey said, Eastern Michigan plays teams tough. You're gonna get 7 or possibly 7.5 points at home against a team that you only lost to on the road last year by 3 points, by a field goal, against a team that has a hard time to win on the road, let alone win by a touchdown or more. I think it could be a close game. So I don't have a play on the Toledo game yet for the side, but I might later. As far as the total goes, we do have something on that. Maybe that'll be one of the games I give you guys, or maybe it won't be. You'll find out here in just a few minutes once we get done to the rest of the games. We'll cycle back up and we'll do game 309 and 310. Northern Illinois and Ball State. Dr. Franco says, does anybody like Belgium? I do. Thomas Strickland says England and Italy as well. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Casey, thanks for jumping on board. Jumping on board the combo package. Week of premium plays, a week of my personal plays. The UFC Max Fight pick on Saturday, guaranteed Saturday, and the Sunday NFL play. Tom says, I haven't seen first half team totals or first quarter team total lines on Bet Online yet. That's because I think we murdered them yesterday. I expect them to be. They haven't been up there, but they will be. They will be. You know they'll have them. But again, I was looking. They'll probably have them, I would imagine, around lunchtime. They'll probably start popping up. Is what I would imagine. All right, so we'll do the Northern Illinois Ball State game. Exact same way. First of all, line on this one, Ball State laying 14.5 is minus 108. Last night they were 14, so we've got a half a point line movement there. Minus 570 on the money line, plus 450 for Northern Illinois, who's getting 14.5 points, 14 and the hook. Total on this one, is up to 62.5. It's slowly been climbing, kind of progressive to what the Toledo game did. Obviously, it's the MAC. Although this one does have a lot of, as far as the action goes, it's fairly 50-50 when it comes to the action. Mike Brown, thank you. As far as you can get 50-50. And a little's gone up, and it's the reason why you see the point jump from the total on this one. And we will go over the line movements on this one. But as of right now, 71% on the money line taking Ball State. Obviously, people laying, the near 500, actually near 600, 570 on a money line will be all laying more than likely parlays. They'll be all money line parlays where that action's coming in at. 78% rolling with Ball State, laying the 2 touchdowns and the hook, laying the 14.5. Just 22% given any faith in Northern Illinois. An hour ago, we had 53-47 split on the over. It's changed a little bit by 7%. But again, that was the overnight line to the morning line, so that's really not a big swing. But as of right now, we've got 60% on the over, 40% on the under. If you had a 3% room for error, it could be 63-37, 57-43. And again, there's been a few percent towards the over change this morning from overnight, which, to be honest, is not a big line movement. As far as how the lines moved, the line on the side opened up at 14 for Ball State when the line came out. And then, lo and behold, yesterday afternoon, that jumped to 15. All right? This morning, it went to 15.5. And people started hammering the snot out of Northern Illinois at 15.5. They pushed that line. It steadily went up from 14, 14.5, and 15 all day yesterday. And then it got to 15.5 this morning, and it stayed at 15.5 for about 2 hours. And then it dropped to 15 and back down to 14.5. So we've seen the big jump. People back in Bowling Green to people putting a big bet on Northern Illinois. And primarily what you'll find with that one is just a couple big bets came in once they moved it to 15.5. The Sharps will bet a number, not a team. And they will absolutely pound it when they get the right number. As far as the total goes, it opened up at 60. And that was an incorrect number. They took action at 60 at 7:57 in the morning yesterday when the line came out for this game. It took 4 minutes for them to move it to 61.5, where it stayed all night long, all day, all night long yesterday. And then first thing this morning, it jumped to 62, and it's hovering. And I see some books at 61.5 still. I see some books as high as 62.5. This one, as the day progresses, I expect to see the line go up as well. As far as both programs go, take a look at both programs. Bob Smith says, let's effing go. Georgia, 45 minutes to go. Hopefully. Sounds to me like they've had plenty of opportunities, so hopefully they put one in the back of the goal. You've got Northern Illinois, they're 0-2 on the year. 0-2 against the spread, haven't even covered a spread. Then you've got Ball State, who's 1-1, and again, 0-2 on the spread. Two teams combined are 0-4 against, covering the spread. Somebody's going to cover it today. As far as the over and under go, Ball State, 2 games straight to the over. They had a 38-31 win over Eastern Michigan. Then they had a 38-31 loss over Miami of Ohio to open up MAC play. For Northern Illinois, their last game went under the total. They had a 40-10 loss to Central Michigan. And they had a 49-30 loss to Buffalo, where that game went way over the total of 53.5, if you guys remember. Ball State, 2-8 against the spread their last 10 games at home against Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois has also won 5 straight against the spread against Ball State. Will today be the sixth game, that Northern Illinois can cover against the spread as a 14.5-point favorite? Or will it be the first time out of the last 5 meetings that Ball State can get a cover? It's definitely going to be a big cover today if they do. When you start taking a look at both programs, first of all, Northern Illinois averaging 20 points a game. That number's low because of their 10 points against that Central Michigan defense. Ball State averaging 34.5 points a game. They average 236 on the ground, 5.3 yards per carry, 270 in the air at 8.5 yards per passing attempt. They run 32 passing plays a game compared to the 45 run plays at the average. So they average nearly 50% more run plays than they do passing plays, but Ball State can definitely sling the ball down the field if need be. Same thing with Northern Illinois. They run 40 offensive plays that are all run plays. They're not the best running team. They average 2.9 yards per carry, 115 yards on the ground. But keep in mind, that was against Buffalo and Central Michigan. Their schedule was stacked against them to start, and unfortunately, Northern Illinois, they drew the short stick in the MAC, in my opinion. They get Buffalo and Central Michigan in weeks 1 and 2. They get Ball State today. Then they get Western Michigan, Toledo, and Eastern Michigan. Talk about being screwed. Rodney, we'll talk about that here in a little bit, okay? But yeah, FanDuel and DraftKings sucks. Send me a text message, Rodney. I know what you're getting at. As far as Northern Illinois and what else they do besides, running the ball, they can pass the ball need be. They only average 6.1 yards per passing attempt, 205 yards in the air. They average 33 offensive plays that are passing plays. And again, they've played against some really stout defenses as well, especially last week against Central Michigan. As far as defenses go, because primarily that's what you really want to see. And MAC, sometimes you don't see a lot of defense, but then again, sometimes you'll see some barn burners as well. Northern Illinois been giving up points, 44 points a game, 34 for Ball State. Ball State gives up 180 rush yards a game, 4.3 yards per carry, 269 in the air, 8.8 yards per passing attempt. For Northern Illinois, they've been torched in the passing department on average. However, teams really haven't had to pass the ball against them. They're only defending 18 passing plays a game, but that's because Central Michigan and Buffalo usually don't pass the ball very much. But every passing play that they give up is roughly 10 yards down the field. 5.5 yards per carry is what they give up, 209 yards a game on the ground. To be honest, teams were scoring so fast against Northern Illinois that they really didn't have to defend many plays. Their offense has spent more time on the field, believe it or not. I don't have the Score Mobile, their betting app. I have the Scores Mobile odds app. I like it, but I take everything. Keep in mind, they publish who they believe is going to win the games, and they also take bets. So be very careful when it comes to Scores Mobile. Do we have any packages exclusively for Major League Baseball we can buy? We have our system play package that we sell. All right, so both teams negative in the turnover. Negative. -4 for Northern Illinois, -4 for Northern Illinois, -1 for Ball State. Remember, one of the construction workers just yelled touchdown again. I don't know if that's a sign to come for MAC action or what, but people outside with hard hats yelling touchdown. I don't know if that's a good thing or if that means they just dropped something off the 3rd floor to the bottom. Turnovers. They can plague an over or they can help an over, depending on where they happen. That's the nature of the draw. You flip a coin, you don't know where a turnover is going to happen. If it happens in somebody's deep in their own zone, we saw it with, Akron last night, giving Kent State some easy scores. It can help a total go over. Although they didn't need any help in that game going over. It was done in the first half or the second quarter alone. Or if they, fumble the ball or turn the ball over deep in the, down in the other team's zone, it can definitely affect the outcome. Give me one quick second. Joe says, Georgia's starting to scare me. Yeah, if they haven't scored by now with their opportunities that they've had, that sucks. Hopefully they're able to put one in the back of the net. Hopefully they're able to put one in the back of the net for us. As far as the other odds on this one goes, let me pop those back up because I was looking at something else. As far as that one goes, first quarter set over and under 13.5. First half line on this one is Ball State laying 7.5, Northern Illinois catching 7.5. Money line minus 420 for a big money line. Wowzer. Total on the first half over and under 31. As far as the side of the game goes, I go back and forth on the side of this one personally. I liked Ball State. I leaned towards them when they were laying 14. The extra hook I'm not too fond of. The fact that Northern Illinois covered their last 5 games against Ball State does show that they play them tough. They were catching 15 against Buffalo, and they ended up losing by 19. They were catching only 6 against Central Michigan, and they lost by 30. I'd probably have to lean towards Ball State here to get the job done. But again, there's some things about Ball State that I'm not liking. They haven't shown in their one win. Yeah, they had a win over Eastern Michigan, which played them tough. Okay, they only beat them by 7. You're going to need 3 scores here if you're laying 14.5. As of right now, it's a stay away on the game completely. Possibly throw a teaser in maybe. You get a 7.5 point teaser and tease that sucker down to 7. But then again, even that I don't like, because teaser you're going to push more than likely or lose on your teaser unless you have a 3-team teaser. And then some books will allow you to push. But if that line was to drop back to 14 and you could take like a 7.5 point teaser and get it down to 6.5, I'd probably lean a little more towards Ball State. Other than that, I'll be honest, 14.5 for Northern Illinois is definitely attractive. So again, I go back and forth on this game, side and total. Now, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you should follow me on Twitter. I'll post a link to it in the live show. I'll probably have, because they haven't listed them yet at BetOnline, but I'll probably have some full game or, first half individual team totals. My Twitter is at CapNationKyle. I just posted a link directly for the live chat right there. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should. Post extra free plays from time to time. If I get one, since they're not posted yet, if I get one on a individual team total or a first half team total that I'm going to be betting on, I will post it. Can't promise you, but we will. But I will post one if I have one. Western Michigan, Central Michigan. This is the game that intrigues me, and the line keeps moving. All right, this is the game that definitely intrigues me a lot. Okay, a lot. First of all, both of these teams, extreme quality. They're both 2-0. Western Michigan is 2-0 against the spread. Central Michigan's 1-1 against the spread. All right. Last week, 1-1 to the over. Both are 2-0 against the spread, excuse me. Western Michigan 2-0 straight up, 2-0 against the spread, 2-0 to the over. Central Michigan 2-0 straight up, 2-0 against the spread, 1-1 on the over. Brandon, is the game of the year included in the 3-day premium? No, sir. The game of the year is separate. You could buy it under the guaranteed tab. Justin Lynn, do I answer my Twitter DMs? I do. Feel free to DM me a question on Twitter if you have a question. Rory says under Kyle, Western Michigan versus Central Michigan. We're going to take a look at this one hard. Their big comeback against Toledo, what they score, 2 touchdowns in less than 30 seconds. They were down by 10. They should have lost to Toledo. Welcome to the MAC, baby. Welcome to the MAC. You know, you got Western Michigan averaging 49.5 points a game, 35 for Central Michigan. Central Michigan averaging 210 yards on the ground, 4.7 yards per carry, 219 in the air, 7.2 yards per passing attempt, as well as Western Michigan. They average 185 on the ground, 5.5 yards per carry, 275 in the air, and 11.5 yards per passing attempt. They may only pass the ball 24 yards a game, or 24 times a game on average, but they're averaging 11.5 yards per passing attempt. Big play passing right there. Central Michigan 9-0-1 against the spread when playing on Wednesdays. All right, Western Michigan 2-8 against the spread after a straight-up win. And Central Michigan 6-1 to the under at home against dominant teams who are outscoring opponents by more than 15 points. Central Michigan historically is able, at least in the last 7 games, to shut them down and keep the games going under the total. The total on this one, if you guys take a look at the number, first of all, we're going to take a look at the line movement on this one because this one is definitely intriguing. All right, this one is definitely intriguing. Want to refresh to see where the percentages are first, okay? Western Michigan now is laying, depending on where you look, 1.5 minus 107, or -1 minus $1.17. Or you can get Central Michigan at plus 1.5 at minus $1.13. Plus 100 even money on the money line. Western Michigan's money line, I might add, minus $1.20. Over and under is set at 58, minus $1.15 on the over. Under 58 is minus $1.05. So you can actually get under 58.5 if you move and manipulate the line to $1.15. When you start taking a look at the two aspects of the game, and you start taking a look at the line movement, first of all, 56% money line bets rolling in on Western Michigan, 58% taking Western Michigan, laying the points, 42% on Central Michigan, taking the points, 85% rolling with the over, all right, 85% rolling with the over, and the line is coming down, all right, money is coming in on the over, sharps, public, big bets, small bets, and that line keeps dropping. Vegas doing their little reverse line movements. Somebody asked earlier, does that mean bigger bets are coming in on the under, yet a lot of smaller bets are coming in on the over? Potentially, that's exactly what it could be. From what I can see and what I've seen, I haven't seen too many big bets roll in on the under. I can't imagine that. Now, there'll be some crazy people that will bet under in any game. But as far as this one goes, first of all, total opened up at, depending on where you look, I've seen anywhere from William Hill opened up at 60.5, the Westgate opened up at 59.5. All right. This morning at 8:06, it dropped to 59, and then it dropped to 50, and then at 10 o'clock this morning on the West Coast, it dropped to 58, and now it's coming back up. So it got as low as 58, and now it's coming back up to 58.5 in some spots. The next line movement on BetOnline, as of right now, if you want to bet the over, it's 58, minus $1.15. The very next line switch on this one will be to 58.5, more than likely minus 105, or heck, might be minus $1.10 when they do move the line, if they move the line. As far as the side goes, here's the big kicker, guys. Central Michigan opened up as a 2-point favorite. That didn't last very long. Within the same day, they were down to laying 1.5. Yesterday, they moved to 1. It didn't stay there very long. The money kept pouring in on Western Michigan. They got to a pick. Yesterday afternoon, Western Michigan was laying 1. Now this morning, Western Michigan is now laying 1.5, and Central Michigan is now the 1.5 point home dog, catching 1.5 points. First half line on this one has Western Michigan laying a half, over and under 29. Total team points, Western Michigan laying 29.5, Central Michigan laying 29. First quarter over is set at 13.5 plus money today at plus 103. As far as this game goes, I know a lot of people riding Central Michigan. Now, I know there's a lot of other people out there riding Central Michigan, but I know personally some individuals that I highly respect all riding Central Michigan. Big D Mall says, I ain't scared. Give me that home dog. When you start taking a look at the numbers and you start comparing, first of all, Central Michigan runs the ball 11 times a game more than Western Michigan. They're less than a yard apart. They're still averaging both extreme yardage per run. 4.7 for Central Michigan, 5.5 for Western Michigan. The passing game, you're going to give the edge to Western Michigan passing the ball down the field, big plays. But it's on the defense where you really have to take a look. And then you have to take a look at quality of opponents. Okay, you have to take a look at quality of opponents. First of all, Western Michigan played Akron. We all know what has happened to Akron. They gave up 13 points to Akron. They beat them 58-13. Then they played Toledo, and they were down. Toledo, great team in the MAC, all right? They were down by, 10 points, and they scored 2 touchdowns in 28 seconds to take the lead. And then you've got Central Michigan. They played Ohio and Northern Illinois. Ohio was a close game. They were a 2.5-point dog. Not only did they cover, they won the game outright by 3. We were on that game. We were on Central Michigan. As far as Northern Illinois goes, they beat them 40-10. But to me, here's the kicker. First of all, they're both +3 on turnovers. Here's the kicker for me. And this is where a lot of people may get blindsided. Is the defense. Primarily the run defense. Both teams are primarily a running program. Western Michigan runs, on average, 57 offensive plays a game. 33 of those 57 are run plays. Central Michigan runs, on average, 74 offensive plays, with 44 of those plays, almost an even 50%, like 49.7, based on my math in my head, more run plays than passing plays. So let's focus in and let's hone in on that run defense. First of all, we know Toledo could run the ball. Akron, they could run the ball as well. Western Michigan has had a problem stopping the run. Now, granted, they only give up 146 yards a game running the ball, but it's the 4.1 yards on average that they give up. For instance, Central Michigan. They both defend nearly the same amount of plays. 34 run plays for Central Michigan, 35 for Western Michigan. It's the Central Michigan's defense, their run defense, that's giving up only 92 yards a game to the likes of Ohio and Northern Illinois, both programs that like to run the ball as well. But it's the 2.7 yards per carry that they're giving up. Or shall we say, the lack of yardage that they're giving up. If you know Western Michigan on average runs 44 offensive plays a game that are running plays, that are all running plays, and you know they average 4.7 yards per carry, you're looking at over 200 yards given up if you base it off those averages. If you base it off of the 4.1 that Western Michigan gives up, give their defense a little credit, they're still giving up 180 yards rushing a game. If you base it off of the numbers from both. So you've got a 20-yard variance between the two averages using what Central Michigan averages or what Western Michigan averages giving up. Both are +3 on the turnovers. Where I think this game is going to be won is on the ground defensively. All right? It's going to be on the ground defensively. Not to say that the game won't go over and that it's going to stay under. I'm not saying that. I'm not even hinting at that or trying to get at that. What I'm trying to say is the run defense of Western Michigan is not up to par to what Central Michigan's going to do on the ground, in my opinion. The run defense of Central Michigan is a lot more superior at defending the run than Western Michigan. So to me, when you start breaking everything down, to me, I'm going to take the home dog at +1.5, and we're going to have a free play on Central Michigan, +1.5 right now. All right? +1.5. However, I'm going to give an advisory out based on the way the line is moving. Based on the way the line is moving, And it's actually came down. So my advisory, I'm scratching. It was higher. It's 58.42. There's money coming in on Central Michigan. So I don't necessarily think that line may keep going. Most will take a look at what happened last year, the fact that everything else that they'll take into consideration. Road teams are 7-0-1 against the spread. They'll look at that and they're going to all hammer Western Michigan. I expect the line to go higher, but based on the percentages that I just seen, shows that there's still money coming in on Central Michigan. So it may drive it back down to 1. Between both of these two teams, I'm going to take the home dog. That did lose. They got their ass kicked last year. They lost by 16. So as far as this one goes, Western Michigan, Central Michigan, I'm going to take Central Michigan plus the 1.5. All right? Plus the 1.5 on Central Michigan. Central Michigan plus 1.5 as a free play. And remember, if you want 2 days of premium plays or my personal plays free and you don't have a Bet Online account, go to our website right there. Read right there. It tells you exact detailed instructions on how to get 2 days of plays absolutely free. So there's that one. Lighter day today as far as free plays go, but remember, gave out some soccer plays. Gave out some soccer plays as well. Hopefully Georgia can get us a damn goal. Hopefully they can. Joe, it's never over till it's over. You know what I mean? It's never over until it's over. That's for sure. So remember, game of the year, you have until 7 p.m. Eastern time to get on board. It is tonight, college football game of the year. Oh, I still have to sneeze with my mouth open because of surgery. And it hurts. College football game of the year. Wow. I hope this is not going to be a 20 sneeze thing. Jeremiah, if you have it at 2, even better, brother. Way better. Obviously, the better number you get, the better. And I would imagine you guys probably move the line. Absolutely. So, Central Michigan, I just turned on the Georgia game. We got plenty of time. Got 20 minutes plus stoppage time. So, again, I expect the line to move. So, bet it sooner than later. Even plus 1 I like. Trust me, nobody in here can jinx a game. If you're not on the field, you have no fucking fight in the game. If all you can do is do the math, do the research, and put out the best play. And when you look at the stats on this game, the numbers don't lie. We should be ahead by 4 or 5, and we're not. We should be ahead by 4 or 5, and we're not. So, are we on the right side? Absolutely. We're on the right side. It's just a matter if we can get that lucky break as of right now. And we haven't got it. They haven't put one in the back of the net. But if you take a look at shit, we're definitely on the right side. And hopefully they get that ass beating for us. Am I still local in Santa Clarita? No. I haven't been there in years. I was just there last summer, though. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. If you're on premium plays, they'll be out shortly. I just got a text message that they'll be posting them here shortly. If you're on my personal plays, give me about an hour, and they'll start going out. If you emailed in, I'll start getting on those as well. And remember, game of the year is tonight. The college football game of the year from the company tonight. Or butcher that one. The college football game of the year from the company is tonight. My game of the week, I'm hoping to have posted later on this afternoon. Is tomorrow, okay? My personal play game of the week is tomorrow. Seth just said, you clowns just moved the line to a pick. Which one of you just put 10K on it because it is a pick? Actually, -1 still at Bet Online. J. Hughes, Central Michigan, +1.5. Hey, and if people say Cappers Nation Live doesn't move the lines, you guys move the lines. See what we do? It's the Cappers Nation line movement. That's for sure. Justin Lynn, I just saw your message on Twitter. I'll be replying to it just in just a second. Just a second. You guys catch that one? All right, guys, I am out of here. Remember, Jeff says 300 people in here will definitely move the line, 100%. Do us a huge favor. Give us a big thumbs up if you haven't already done so. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And as always, win, lose, or draw, we will be here tomorrow. And we'll be here celebrating. Air fryers for everybody, baby. This is the Oprah. Oh, wait, no, it's not the Oprah show. We give away boats. All right, guys, good luck to everybody. Good luck to everybody on Georgia. These rat bastards better get us a goal in the next 17 minutes. I'm just thankful they didn't call a penalty on that slide right there. And again, I believe it's still plus or no. Holy shit. It was just -1. It was just -1 at Bet Online. They're now it's now back to a pick. I'm going to be honest. They don't know where to keep the line. You guys are probably hammering the snot out of it on Bet Online. Dave or Pete, if you're watching, that's us with the action. That's us with the action. And thank you for sponsoring the show. Focus Sports says that's how much pull Kyle has in the industry. I promise you, at 10:30 in the morning, we're probably the only ones primarily hammering the snot out of Central Michigan. Duke Dave Mason knows you just gave a free pick. They know. One of the guys over there does watch the live show daily. But he's a fan. Oh, come on, Georgia. Georgia on my mind. Georgia on my mind, and he misses it. Wide right. All right, guys, I am out of here. Thank you for everybody that got on board. Thank you for everybody that tunes into the live show. And again, even if you don't get on board, I still root for you guys. And I do appreciate everybody. Joe, I was just playing with you earlier. But again, don't ever question my integrity. I'm just kidding. It's good to keep people honest. It's good to keep people honest. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. And good luck, Georgia. Good luck, Game of the Year. Good luck, Premium Play members, Personal Play members, Free Play members, as well as everybody on all your bets. All right? Good luck, everybody. We'll see you guys all live tomorrow. Same time, same place. J. Hugh, they will